Positive vibes. Only. 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 I ain't feeling your energy. Many swore to ride or die. Now they all swore enemies. They trying to.
Okay. Hey, shout out to DMX, baby.
What?
If we gonna what? If we gonna ride, we're gonna ride all night. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. We are here with SUV After Dark. So I want to let everybody know this is the new segment for SUV Podcast. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Be Great Clothing. My name is Miss Lovely.
And your lady Black.
And Solo.
All right. And you are able to tune in with us live. You can communicate with us live. You can contact 716-393-9677. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Don P, to Jews to the Game, Chronicles. Tune in with him every Friday at 8 o'clock. He keeps me young. He keeps that music game in me. He took me back today with the R&B. For some reason, I couldn't name five solo artists that was the hottest for R&B. I got a little stuck there. So he keeps me on the game for music and everything. Okay, so what I want to let also be known too, India Walton is the elect mayor. Please get out and make sure you register to vote by May 28th. And then we vote on June 22nd. You have any questions or concerns? Again, you can contact us at 716-393-9677. Okay, the part of this SUV After Dark, we will be talking all types of topics on here. Relationships, sex, depression, whatever you want to talk about, we have episodes on here on a regular basis for you to tune in. Right now, we want to give a shout out to George Floyd for getting justice in his murder. And so we're going to talk about some things that happened or that's been happening before and after the verdict was read. All right, so I want to get into the Dante Wright with him, the boy that was pulled over for the expiration license plates, and come to find out he had a warrant on him. And the lady, he pulled off or whatever, and the lady cop shoots him and saying, taser, taser. You know, this is my first time watching the video today. And I didn't get that. Do people yell out just taser, taser? Or guns and guns? Because I guess she was just trying to cover herself.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Because I'm a little.
But the thing is, how can you cover yourself hollering taser, taser, and it's a gun?
What? That's the thing.
Well, that's the thing. She
that's
made
the purpose of her trying to get off.
Taser when, right. That was her cover.
So we know that's straight murder again. And also she's been fired and in custody for second-degree manslaughter.
Wait a minute. Oh, so did they? Okay, so wait a minute. So you know she had resigned first.
Oh, is that what happened?
She resigned. So they trying to figure out, I guess, how they can strip her of her pension.
Oh.
Because she resigned before she got fired.
Oh. So that she won't lose it. Wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and again, that's one of the incidents that happened. So if you want to comment, put your links in below, or you could give us a call again, 716-393-9677 if you want to comment on the Dante Wright. Moving on to Adam Toledo, that was done on March 29th. Or is that April? I'm sorry. April, the 13-year-old.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
Obviously they're saying he had a gun and dropped it. I guess they was on a foot pursuit and he dropped it, but when he came out with his hands up, they still killed him.
Yeah, but 20 seconds, he shot him within 20 seconds of getting out of his car. He threw the gun. When he turned around, he didn't have a weapon in his hands and he had his hands up. There was no reason to pull a trigger. No reason whatsoever. It's just getting ridiculous.
Adam Toledo's his name.
Yeah, Adam Toledo, 13 years old.
Yeah.
13 years old, a baby. So we're just showing you out here the type of things that's going on of these people killing our young black people, at the same time, because we do have a couple females that been involved as well as in some killing incidents. So again, Dante Wright, Adam Toledo. Now we're going to go to Andrew Brown on April 21st, 40 years old. Guess they was sent out executing a search warrant for drugs, and he ran and they shot his car up and killed him.
Yeah, he ran into a tree. That was here in North Carolina, right?
Right. Your way. So you want to give us a little input on any information you have on that or heard anything going on with that information? 40 years old.
I didn't hear anything other than what you just said, that they was executing a warrant, and then all of a sudden there was, he was murdered basically because when he crashed into a tree or a pole though, right?
Yeah,
and
but they shot out his back window.
So you're shooting him as he's fleeing,
right.
And running away, whether it's in a car or by foot, does not give an officer the right to shoot and kill somebody.
Right.
They're not a threat.
Right.
And this is where the police officers are, they've taken this whole judge, jury, and executioner to the next level, and somebody needed to humble them, basically.
Right.
We definitely need some sort of reform.
Right.
There's no question about it.
Yeah. So again, that's Andrew Brown that was running away. Mind you, he's a black man. They're killing him. So of course, he don't know about no warrants. He don't know what y'all coming to do.
Right.
We're trying to get away. Killing us. So basically that's what that one was about. So again, Dante Wright, Adam Toledo, and Andrew Brown has been senseless killed on what these cops is doing to us. So we got an Anthony J. Thompson. I don't know if y'all heard this one, but this one was down in Tennessee. The young boy, 17 years old, I guess he was dating a white girl, and him and the white girl had an altercation. Came home, the mother seen, I guess her hair was supposed to look like it looked pulled or something. But anyway, called the police. Police was supposed to have been going to arrest him at school, but then they get a call saying a student had a gun, and they killed him in the bathroom of the high school.
Oh, wow. When was this?
This was done on Tennessee.
When?
On the 12th.
Wow, I didn't hear about that.
17 years old. It might have been the 21st. It might have been the 21st. But yeah, but the mother says she feel bad for calling the police on them, which they kill niggas, especially messing with a white woman, and 17 years old. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone can't, see past complexion.
Right.
It's a learned behavior. That's all. It's a learned behavior.
Yeah.
People ain't born hating.
So again, these have been repeatedly after the George Floyd. Now we got a big one that I know it's going to be a big topic. Again, you guys could call in 716-393-9677.
9677.
We want to talk about Ma'Khia Bryant in Ohio, the young lady.
Oh, yeah.
That's controversial.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
So I know we'll get into the deep conversation. That's why I wanted to save her for last. We still don't got information who house it was, who went to who or whatever, but basically the film that I reviewed, it was her fighting another female.
Right.
That was tussling down to the ground. I thought the boy pushed her down.
No.
Down. She was fighting another woman there on the ground.
Right.
And
it was two fights.
Pulled the knife to go attack.
It was two fights.
Chick in the pink.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about it. I mean, that's kind of deep there. But either way it go, the officer only had seconds to make a choice. My opinion, it's sad, but at the end of the day, he saved a life. That girl, the way she had that knife grip, it wasn't for a taser. I'm sorry. It really wasn't for a taser, because the damage she would have did to that girl was either her go and him do his job, or that girl lose her life.
Right.
Now, he did his job because he saved a life. right? He did not have to pull the trigger 4 times.
Oh, right.
He could have shot, I'm not, she was going to gut that girl.
Yeah.
She was going to gut her. Yeah. So she,
and
to your point, he only had seconds. I think that shooting, it took 10 seconds before he pulled the trigger, but he only had seconds to analyze what the hell was going on. When he pulled up the video I saw, it was a lot going on. It was hard to tell what was going on, but when he saw that knife, right? He honed in on what was important, and that was saving that young lady that girl was going after. Right. Now, again, it didn't take 4 bullets to stop her. And what they need to stop doing is shooting to kill.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You could shoot to stop someone. You know what I mean? There is, to be trained to shoot to kill is just, I have no words, because it's happening too frequently. It's just,
Right.
To our people. Our people, it was a video I saw earlier on Facebook. This guy, white man, come outside wailing a knife at a police officer, telling him, "I'm going to kill you." And a police officer saying, "Sir, put the knife down." No gun drawn, nothing. Just put the knife down. He's not in fear for his life, right?
Right.
He didn't pull a gun and shoot this man. That's wailing a knife,
Right.
Obviously, I think the man was drunk or what have you, but at the end of the day, a black man couldn't have been drunk outside wailing a knife.
No.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, you remember that one in Philly? The same thing happened with that Philly, that mental guy, black man, killed him. Ain't even charged at him with the knife, just killed him.
Yeah.
So we want to reach out to all our young black males, to be very careful, be careful of your surroundings. It ain't about watching other people now. You got to watch the damn cops.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You got to watch the damn cops.
And it's crazy, Sean, because, you have a son too. And, one of my biggest fears is my son, and I know he's not out there doing anything wrong, but the wrong stop, right? The wrong police officer, hitting them lights on them and pulling them over. You never know how it's going to go.
Right.
And that's a fear that, that we've been living with for a long time, that we shouldn't have to fear,
Yeah. I'm wondering, what advice will we tell people? Because, like, what do you say? We done told you, raise your hands up. We done told you to be respectful. Don't reach for nothing. Keep your hands up on the dashboard. What do we say? Should we carry guns too? And is their lives and our lives, or what do you think?
Girl, it'd be the wild, wild west. Everybody start pulling guns, and then they think they justified to pull them and actually shoot. You know what I'm saying? Girl, that would be
that's not the answer.
No, definitely not the answer.
Well, I'm asking your opinion, because
but I'm gonna tell
what do we do? We done everything and we just keep losing them.
Well,
I
don't know what to tell you. I don't have an answer.
Yeah, because it depends on the cop, because you never know what the cop's mentality is that's going to pull them over.
Yeah.
So, but one thing that we can do outside of, being respectful and keeping your hands up, and, attitude is everything.
Right.
And that goes along with the respect. Not saying that they got to kiss nobody's ass, but, when they come with that attitude, man, what you pull me over for? So not a cop on guard, even though it might have been an unjustifiable stop, but you giving them a reason now. Right.
Yeah.
But in their mind, you're giving them a reason. Now, saying again, it's all wrong, because they shouldn't be pulling our guys over anyway. But at the end of the day, attitude is everything. It all goes back to that. And then you don't want to feel like you got that slave mentality either. That yes or no. You know what I mean? Just to save your own life. But it's almost like you almost have to, just because you want to avoid that confrontation.
Right.
You're right.
Well, like I said, we have to give some type of advice for these young men out here, because you got to believe some is thinking like that, because it's like either my life or yours, because there ain't no guaranteed I'm going home. So how can we try to change that?
Right.
Man, my brain, you got to give me a minute for a thought for that one. Because I don't think it's they could just they just got to continue to do what they've been told to do, and be diligent, like you said. Solo, be respectful. You answer with the questions that they ask you. You know what I'm saying? Try not to keep the sarcasm and the side comments to a zero. Until you drive away, and you can say whatever you want to say. to yourself and to whoever you with where they can't hear you. But I mean, what can you say? Don't go nowhere. Stay home. You can't tell them to walk or catch the bus because it can happen. Them walking down the street, standing at the bus stop. So if there is nothing to say. The only thing that will change is the police have to change. The bad
we got to get some information. That's why that's so important. And to getting another mayor, you got to start in your city. Now, to my understanding, the mayor not supposed to be so much responsible for the police here. But I know in Atlanta, he, as far as our Mayor Brown, he couldn't really reprimand or do anything to any officer. It's all got to come from the union.
That's what he said. He did say that.
Are they? Oh, y'all have a union there. There's not many unions.
I guess, but that's what was said, that he couldn't do anything.
The police's union.
So the union, unfortunately, there's not a lot of unions down south. I can tell y'all that.
Oh no, I don't even think there are any unions down south.
You're right. Like I don't think there's. But the unions, Sean, you know what? Brown is right. His hands are tied when you have those unions because there's contracts and they got people fighting for them, and you know what I mean. Like it's all kind of stipulations when it comes to those unions. That's where that job protection is coming from.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they were unionized.
That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Yeah, and so that's why. But you at least have a mayor to go in and fight for you. Mm-hmm. If there's nothing he can do, he's running the city, so you will fight.
They need, but they still, regardless, union or no union, they still need to have like a zero tolerance when it comes to abuse of power. Exactly. And that's the problem. They got away with abuse of power for so long, whether it's beating somebody, or shooting somebody, they're getting away with it.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. Like I said, that's why I'm stressing about us voting here, because we need to get a stop, because the killing here, we not Chicago. We not one of those big places where there's really big gang activity and stuff here, but there's no repercussions. Our mayor here put $100 award out if you catch somebody riding with a dirt bike unlicensed and registered. He'll pay you $100.
You told me that shit earlier.
To tell on him. That's what he's concerned
you ride
about.
A dirt bike.
Yeah, that's what he's concerned about. He's not concerned about the bodies dropping and who got shot. He's worried about the dirt bikes.
He called the tip line, baby.
Yeah, and turn them in. Turn them in. He basically saying, I'll pay you to get this dirt bike off the street.
Right.
That's what he's doing. But not about
all the murders.
Come on now. So that's what I'm saying about change. We have to make some change. He did come and speak out about George Floyd. Your opinion doesn't count, or comments doesn't count.
All right, y'all. 716-393-9677.
Right, call in. But again, getting back to what I was saying, that's the type of stuff I'm saying with the change in the city. It seemed like Minneapolis, back their cops up too. You know what I mean? Like they go through a little race war down there.
But it's a race war everywhere. Yeah. I don't think
but that's repeatedly, because they said they give you the statistics of how many blacks get pulled over there daily compared to a white person. So that's
where's that?
Where George Floyd was getting killed at. This what they do. This was nothing different about him getting pulled over.
It was in the area,
that community. Yeah. But
Dante didn't get pulled in the community. He got pulled out in the suburbs going home. And so some black people do live in nice houses and live in good places, but it's just the cop that pull you over that day.
I said for the community, you said George.
They Floyd, everywhere there.
Be getting pulled over in that particular area. So I was saying, but in that community, where he, I guess that community he was in, they like to frequent.
Oh.
But as far as Dante Wright, I didn't, I had no idea where he was coming from.
Yeah, and they said
that wasn't clear.
Black, they said that they pulled him over too because of the air fresheners. That was the initial reason why they pulled up behind him before they even identified that his plates was expired, right? Okay. So that whole air freshener in the windshield, they said it's only a few states that still has that law, but it's used as a racial profiling. It's the just, and she was training a new officer, right? So you got this new officer you're training, and you're going to train him. Hey, this black man driving down the street with air fresheners in his front window, and that's against the law. So let's pull him over, right? And it escalated, right? Instead of saying the stop should have never happened in the first place,
right? Instead of saying, "Oh, you see that car over there with the air freshener." Now, normally we would go and pull them over, but right now I'm just gonna let you. That's illegal. It's not even worth our time right now. So, let's go do something else.
So basically, she was training her new officer to racially profile black men.
Wow.
Because why take your new officer on a traffic stop for air freshener? Right. I mean, obviously it turned into more. It turned into expired tags and then a warrant. But at the end of the day, the primary goal, her primary stop was about those air fresheners.
What?
Yeah,
they don't like them trees.
And they said, I think it's not many states that still have that law, but they said it's known that law about the air fresheners in the over the the rear view mirror.
Yeah,
the states that have it was implemented for racial profiling.
Wow.
That's because if you think about it, huh?
I said I done seen people that ain't look like us with them doggone tree fresheners in their car.
Yeah, but they ain't getting pulled over, Black. That's the difference. They letting them go.
If then they need to pull over everybody with the trees.
But you think about it. Those trees
don't
do not disrupt your view. They do not disrupt
nothing disrupts your view. I can see if you got like a whole bunch of stuff, a big wreath in the window. Yes, that's gonna, obstruct your view, but a little tree.
Yeah. So that's a strange thing there, but it seemed like maybe a lot of people don't seem like, and obviously I wasn't live in the public's eye just now. I had to fix it. Really? I wonder why nobody.
Now it say live on Facebook.
Yeah.
What happened? I thought it said live earlier. Did you lose your
I had, but it was only me because remember when we was doing the test run.
Yeah.
So, but it's up there now. So either way go, we just move on again, going back to the Dante. For those that didn't see it, we talking about the verdicts that happened. When George Floyd verdict got read, that homicide's been happening left and right before or after the verdict was read of his murderer getting found guilty. So we talking about the Dante Wright, Adam Toledo, Andrew Brown Jr., Anthony J. Thompson, and then we talked about the Ma'Khia Bryant in Ohio, the female. We want to know what everybody's thoughts is about these killings that's happening. Not only that, what do you think about the discrepancy that's going to be in Ohio about the Ma'Khia Bryant? I think it's going to be a little controversy there because somebody did lose their life. Somebody's daughter lost their life. Again, she's Black. So I don't know what the outcome is going to come about that. If y'all want to go back over that again.
Yeah, like we said, that's controversial.
I'm sorry.
I say, yeah, that's controversial, but at the end of the day, he saved a life, right? He didn't have to pull the trigger 4 times though.
Right.
And I don't think a taser would have even stopped old girl. He had to pull it, and then his time to assess the situation was very minimum. So I mean, somebody made somebody lose their life. Go ahead.
Right. Somebody made a comment and said, couldn't he just like get the taser and tased her finger or shot her hand with the knife in it? But another person was still standing there.
Yeah.
So where do he go? Nothing but the upper body that's to stop her unless he shot her in the butt. But the much drilling that girl had and anger her. Even somebody said, why didn't he shoot in the air? It's like everybody else would have done it, but she wasn't focusing on about nothing but me cutting what's in front of me. Period.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Because nobody mentioned this. So you know me, I always wonder, where are the adults during some of these situations? Just like with her, they at a house. So you mean to tell me now one adult was in that house?
Well, it's supposed to have been like whoever house that was somebody's grandmother, and the girl was supposed to jump on her too. I don't see. That's what I'm saying. We don't got like who house that was. Did she go over? Because she looked like she went by herself, I guess.
Girl, she looked like she lay there. If you got a knife.
Yeah. Where she get that big ass butcher knife from?
Yeah, I'm confused.
When you talk about, but you talk about where she got it from. She fell with it with the first chick. But came up.
No, I know what I'm saying is that she pulled
that joint from somewhere.
Yeah.
I still want to know where the parents are.
But they came out afterwards to talk about how good of she was a good girl. She was sweet. Yeah, it wasn't nothing sweet about girl swinging that damn.
Was in the window.
No, well, they said she was a good kid, but at the time she lived in a foster home.
Yeah, that's true.
So that house was her foster parents.
I don't know.
They
don't give you all this detail, but they, the people said they're gonna wait for the for them to do their investigation and everything. But I don't think that man should truly lose his job or go to jail. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. He saved somebody's life.
No. I don't think he should lose his job either. And I think they put him on leave, obviously, to investigate. But I think he'll be back on the force.
Yeah. I bet you whoever that girl was in that pink, I bet you her mother is thanking him.
She's thankful.
Because she wouldn't have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a gift and a curse on that level. It's a gift and a curse on that level.
Right.
It really is. I don't want to see her hurt neither. So I don't want to, I'm not passionate, but I'm also looking at the other hand. If you did, it'd be, I don't like the way the media made it sound like a girl, a 15-year-old got killed by a cop minutes before George Floyd verdict. So that made everybody like, what? But you don't know this lady out here with not a big ass butcher knife. You butcher a cow with.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Gut a pig.
Gut a pig out. And it's okay. When I was mad when I heard it, but then when I heard the story, I'm like, wow, that's kind of like, but that's what the same thing we talked about with the George Floyd, saying how even though he got convicted because he got killed in front of the whole world with his knee, when it gets to them guns and that shooting, if they feel their lives was threatened, that's where the kick ass come at. The disappointment we have, because if they felt harm, like that boy 13-year-old, even though he dropped the gun and all that shit, you still had a weapon.
You know what?
So it makes it, if they got everything on camera, it might, work in our favor. But in actuality, he did have a gun on him. Everybody knew it.
You know what?
Go ahead, Black.
I'm glad you brought up that little boy, because there's another question. I know I'm saying.
Oh shit! She didn't have her.
No, pull the adult card. So he's in the car with an adult, a 21-year-old adult. Okay, 2 a.m. in the morning. So they never say who this adult is. Just this guy, right? The 13-year-old, the Adam Toledo. Yeah, the Adam Toledo. So why are you in a car with a 21-year-old? Where's your mom and your daddy? Why is a gun involved? This is what I believe, y'all. This is my theory. I'm gonna make it real quick. That was that was Ruben's gun. Ruben knew he had a rap sheet. He gave his gun to Adam, had Adam run, because they weren't gonna get him. If they catch him, he wasn't gonna really get too much time. They'll just put him in juvie or something. But if they catch him with the gun, that's it. That's what I believe happened. You know what, cuz? You might got a point on that. You might got a point on that, Black, because you know what? I didn't know the whole story. I just got word that they was on a foot chase chasing him. He dropped the gun. He come out with his hands up.
did all their commands, and they still shot him. Now that's what the paperwork said. That's what the paperwork said.
Yeah, because 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
They also said that the police officers was responding to gunshots. So they were involved. They believe that they were involved with some shooting. Now, I like your theory too, Black. But it was some shooting that took place around the area that they pulled up.
Ruben did it. Ruben did it. And gave Adam the gun and told Adam to run.
Right. And that makes sense.
That's what makes sense. Y'all better
Yeah.
listen to Black.
Yeah,
I'm
with you on that.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't get that story. I didn't know about the time. I didn't know who he was with. You know, it just looked like it was dark. They was running. But at the end of the day, it's still a 13-year. That's a baby. A baby lost his life.
And I believe I believe he was also involved with the foster care system, because I did see a clip with the mayor saying that the city failed him. Yeah, I believe so.
So
all these cities failing everybody. So I guess it's all in foster care.
It's always the system. It's always the system, but
exactly,
you got to realize it's the parents. It's the parents. It's the parents. It's the parents. But
it all starts at home.
Yeah, God bless him.
That's why I'm confused where the adults at, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying it. Where's the adults?
Tap in, y'all. 716-393-9677. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the next topic there, because we talked about the verdict. So we'll move on to our next topic. I want to talk about what's going on right now, and that's because of my boy Don P put me in that music thing. And I want to talk about R. Kelly. R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Now, come on now. R. Kelly.
He's not in the closet.
I'm not gonna let nobody talk about that man. Now, that man.
He's a pervert.
Now, see, there you go. You're wrong. You're dead wrong. Yeah, listen. If he go to jail, them parents need to go to jail.
Yeah,
seriously.
Every last one of them.
Every last one of them. Yeah, what are you taking your 15-year-old daughter over to this man's house for and leaving her?
Thank you.
Because he's R. Kelly, known to marry Aaliyah. Why would you take your daughter over there?
I do not disagree. I don't disagree at all. Those parents are wrong. Even the girls, they knew what they was doing and it was wrong. But at the end of the day, he also has to be held accountable for him taking advantage of the situation just because he could. And just because you can don't mean that you should.
That's right.
That's not going to be your slogan. That's not going to be your slogan, Miss Silo. That's not the slogan, baby.
It just had a ring to it.
I'm tired of it, because the truth and the fact is that man had them women over there. They can leave whenever they want to. And I'm going to always play his music. I don't give a damn. You ain't going to never take his music. You can't take that man's talent from him. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Because you should have never let those settlements, whatever he did back when he did what he did with that tape or whatever. I never seen the tape, but okay, them parents got paid. Y'all took that money. Y'all didn't want him in jail. You could have put him in there then. You shouldn't have been hungry for the money. You should have put him in jail then. You knew it was something wrong there. So now he got the ages a little higher, right? They didn't want to leave. Some love came back. Now, the only person I'm going to tell you I feel bad for, and I'm sorry I don't have her name, but the young lady that cut her hair off and made her look like a boy. Like, you can tell some shit went on. She's fucked up.
Mentally, he messed her up.
Yeah. But the rest of them, you little gold diggers, it was R. Kelly groupies, and I'm this, and you ain't got to pay no rent, and then do all what y'all was doing in there. Now he's a bad guy. The money's gone. The fame is gone. And now everybody turning on him. That's not right. That's not right. That's my opinion.
I'm still clueless how the money gone, because that all the songs that he wrote, because people
he can't read. He can't read. He was getting advances up, and he didn't understand the contracts. He was getting paid up front.
I know that, but you know what I'm also gonna say to that, people that want to ban this music and silence R. Kelly, do you know how many other artists they will be silencing because of all of the music that he wrote for other artists? Right. You know what I mean? Just not listening to his albums is not censoring him.
I'll tell you what.
Hell of a talent. He's a hell of a talent.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we gonna have an R. Kelly on here. We gonna play that motherfucker for 1 hour on here. to remind people.
Woo,
to remind, but this is what Don P just had on his show, talking about, you know, the R&B, the hottest R&B artists, whether back in the day or current. R. Kelly was one of my top 5. I don't care. You cannot take that man's talent from him.
You can't take
12
it.
12 play.
Honey, I have all of R. Kelly's albums.
Come on,
every
now.
last one of them. And I ain't shame, and I still like them. Gonna still play them. Whoever don't like it, oh well.
That's me. That's me. But I just wanted to talk about that because, you know, now he was just in court.
He's still a pervert. I don't care.
Now see, that ain't no pervert. What? He ain't running around here.
Perverting you too, Solo. I know you got some pervert. I can just tell the way your curl dangling.
I cannot. I cannot.
Hey, listen. I'm telling you, I just hope they let that man go. Let him go on. Y'all done stripped him from everything and let him go on so he can do what he need to do to get back. Because I want to hear him. I bet you he been writing in there and got
I hope
stories
so.
to tell.
I hope so.
So he know whatever he touched down on, it's gonna go gold. I mean platinum. You know, it's gonna go. So so I wanted to talk about him for sure on that one. Is there anything you want to bring up, Black, about him?
Girl, wait a minute, before you go, right?
I'm about to go. Girl,
So listen, we love R. Kelly, so and we do want R. Kelly to get out of jail. Yes. And you did talk about the girls and they still loving R. Kelly and did you know that one of his ex-girlfriend got her car was torched?
That was the one he just went to court in Brooklyn. and they got him because the fool typed into Google, how do you use fertilizer, I guess, to make a bomb or something to set it on fire. So that's how he got, but he pled guilty to that.
No, but he didn't do it.
R. Kelly did that?
No. His associate did it, not him.
Oh, okay.
His associate pled guilty to torturing Kelly's ex-girlfriends, the girl last name.
Oh, I thought Kelly did.
No, he didn't do that.
Because he was facing 60 months, they said, for that in Brooklyn.
Look it up. R. Kelly's associate pleads guilty.
Is that in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn's in the house.
All right. Oh, okay.
The summer 2020 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing like witnesses.
UConn. Yeah, her GMC UConn. They set it on fire.
Yo, he gangster, man. He telling them stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. He not doing nothing to nobody.
Wow.
So Silo, he ain't a pervert. He just a man.
He's just abusive and manipulative. That's what they say.
We can agree.
They don't call him a pervert. They ain't never called him a pervert.
Right.
No, that's me. Because I seen the tape. I seen him piss on that little girl.
No, but they don't call him a pervert. They don't call that perversion. They said that he's abusive and manipulative. They never said a pervert.
It's just my opinion.
I'm just saying.
It's just my opinion.
I love what you like.
Now, here's the thing. I love his music. Will continue to always love his music, and you got to give props where it's due. He's a hell of an artist, but at the end of the day, he got that other side of him. You know what I mean?
He got a dark side.
Why can everybody has another side, right? None of us perfect. So I'm not judging him in that regard. But at the same token, all of them women on that documentary, you can't tell me that every single one of them, a lot of them didn't even meet one another. They were all lying. And all of them have very similar stories. True indeed, they were not held captive. They could have left at any time. But he has some control issues going on and some other manipulative issues going on. And he's a freak. And there's nothing wrong with being a freak. But he's a freak and a pervert in my eyes. But he's a talented one. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, let me tell you this. But listen to this. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's folks in that little story that with the hairdresser. How can this man make you go down on him?
Now she's stupid.
I'm out of here. You know,
she wanted to.
Then you got the little
she wanted his personal parts in her face.
Well, what about the little one that was in court? What about the one that was going to court all the time with him?
Right.
Followed that man, skipping school to go. What did you do that for? When you know he going to court for the shit.
Right. And
her case shouldn't be heard.
And didn't he take some pictures with her at the high school or something like that?
No, at court. She was always in the court pictures with him.
She was in the court pictures, but didn't he go to her school?
Girl. He didn't know her. She was just followed him from court.
No, once they got to know one another.
Oh.
So you mean to tell me her mama never let her skip school to go to court with her for
She ran away from
home. If I'm not mistaken, and I don't want to misquote anything, but I remember her following him to court and everything. And then once they became acquainted, they had a picture of her, him, and another girl at the school. Like he went to the school. So that goes back to just because you could don't mean you should. So you got this little girl following you around. You know she's a fan, but you know she's underage. You know she's in high school. Come on, man.
Right.
You know, that's where that's wrong at.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, you made your point on that.
I don't know.
You made your point on that.
All I know is I listen to his music. I don't look at all the rest of that stuff. That's between him and the good Lord above. I ain't got heaven and hell to put nobody in, but he got to work that one out.
Yeah, he got to answer for it. You know, we not his jury. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got to work that one out. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, lovely. I know you got something you want to.
What else you got, lovely?
Well, honey, okay, let me tell you this. Hold on. Well, let's go on back into the Mayor Brown and India Walton. And I'm not harping on it, I'm just bringing it back up again. Make sure everybody get out and vote. You know, that's a must. Again, we talking about change. Everybody think because that win-win with George Floyd, that might be the only one in history. Because they ain't gonna let everything get away with too much, you know. But
they're not gonna let, with all the eyes on it and all the proof stating that this person did this, that. You know, we in the age, like they say, of technology. It's a lot more technology than it was, way back when. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody pulling out their cameras. They can't do anything and get away with it really, really anymore.
Yeah.
That verdict was really like to set the tone. Like, if you're wrong and it shows that you're wrong, you will be punished.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, people keep videoing it and showing it, and they are definitely 100% without a doubt wrong, just like Derek Chauvin. Everybody looked at him. In the whole world, Queen Elizabeth know he was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, right. They couldn't have let him go. So if everybody see it and know that you're wrong, why would they just let you go like that?
Well,
turn every state, every city upside down, burn it down to rubble because of something that, come on. Yeah. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Yeah. Well, what about now? You got a lot of people I see in our here posting up and saying that when they're on there, girl, I done drunk this beer. When they shit.
Oh, what? Write it down next time.
No, I just had a brain freeze. Well, we talking about cameras, excuse me. We talking about cameras, but again, going back to what I'm saying about your hometown, we have cameras here and no one's getting, is that a front or because, if it's something major going on, they able to pull these tapes.
No, I'm talking about your phone cameras, boo. Your phone cameras. You know how it's always someone, you got people always around when they see something happening, everybody whipping out their phone and they video in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I get what you're saying as far as that with the cops.
You can't get away with that no more. Now, as far as crime, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Because if their cameras work all around this city, why is that they can't solve some of these crimes?
Right.
No, I had to make sure I said it properly because y'all know, I be trying to monitor those words before they fly out. Some of y'all might not like what comes out.
Look, well, they know I don't give a damn. But anyway,
But yeah,
funny.
So either way it go, hopefully all these other incidents that has happened, hopefully that it get, they get justice too.
Right.
Either way, like I said, with that female, I just don't know what punishment he should get for that, but shooting more than once.
You mean he didn't have to shoot her 4 times. He did not have to shoot her 4 times.
Yeah, I guess he made
Girl, well, they always shoot more than one time. I don't know if they shoot and they finger just gets stuck or I'm confused. What type of guns?
And I think somebody else has said too, that she was so close to that other young lady that, he could have mistakenly shot the other lady,
Right.
So he probably was nervous, girl, scared.
He was just trying to stop her.
Yeah. You'll never know.
To your point, Lovely, they brought that out like right after the George Floyd, as if he was out there looking to kill somebody. He wasn't out hunting a black girl.
Right.
You know what, y'all? I didn't even take it like that. When I heard it, I didn't take it like they out there trying to kill some people before the verdict. I really did not take it that way. When I heard about it, and I was just like, now what the LL didn't happen now? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And still went back to, okay, let's hear the verdict, and then I'll hear you later.
Right.
With whatever went on there, I check you out because that's done.
Yeah.
Over there.
Right.
You can't do nothing about that. Let's hear what this is. But no, honestly, I did not. My mind wasn't like, these malicious bad apples out here just trying to kill us all off. They don't care.
Right.
To pick us off. I didn't feel that at all.
Either way it go, I'm not gonna say I didn't feel that, but I felt that this is wrong. I'm like already, like, the verdict ain't even got ran yet. That's what I said, but they still didn't make it to compare to what it seemed to be. That she had a knife and all that. It's just like this white man killed a black chick, and that's why you got to be careful with social media at all times.
Exactly.
The news, I should say, because they get you sent up the river. It's people that had a regular fight out here, and because they got wind of it, or a fire happened or something like that, they make them people cases go up more than what they was. You know what I'm saying? All the people panhandle alerts for a bum bothering somebody about their money and get punched in the mouth, and now you sitting there for attempted murder because the news got, once the news involved,
it's over. Yes, you heard what Trump used to say, fake news. Fake news.
Everything was fake for him.
Everything was fake for him. When he said that though, fake news, but he wasn't lying though. It was fake news.
Yeah.
Cracked me up when he said it.
Yeah.
He used to be hot.
Yeah. All right. So this is what SUV After Dark is about. Again, we'll be doing different topics. You can also tap in with us and contact us now at 716-393-9677. Again, we'll be on here. We're not going to be the news, but we're going to have you up to date with certain stuff. And again, we will be doing topics with relationships and depression, because that's been a lot going on the Facebook of people going through, being through the pandemic. Also, we want to talk about the vaccine too. Who want to do that shot, who don't, that'll be next time. Who's comfortable with it, and what your feelings on it, but you'll be able to call in and talk with us. But we're going to enjoy ourselves on here. So this is what SUV After Dark is about. Anybody got anything else to say? Peace out. This don't make no sense. These folks sitting up here.
Well, you know what, everyone? Y'all make sure y'all tune in, tap in, and call in to that SUV Pods After Dark. Now, Miss Lovely here, she gonna have all types of outfits for y'all. So y'all definitely want to tune in, baby.
I'm trying to make a